First of all, Mr. Zemeckis, amazing job on this film. You captured Mark's world, both worlds, I thought, perfectly. Talk to me about some of the challenges, though, you faced, because I heard that in early testing that it was very difficult to do the action figure stuff.
Right. Well, I thought that this would be a perfect example to use performance capture. And, the key to the struggles we've had with performance capture since its inception was to, really, really capture the power and emotion of the human performance.
Sure.
And it was vital in this story because each one of these dolls is an alter ego of a human actor that's in the movie. So we did a lot of R&D and a lot of testing to make sure that came through in the doll performance, that it was the actual essence of that human actor that came through.
And this kind of worked a little bit differently because mostly in post-production is when you start doing the VFX and stuff. And I heard that you guys did it kind of in the beginning of the film. Is that correct?
Yeah, we did a lot of testing in the beginning of the film. We shot we look, movies are complicated nowadays. We do something called previs,
Sure.
which is you lay out the whole movie using pre-visualization, which is kind of like making the whole movie like a little animated movie. And then we shot all the live action stuff, and then we ended by shooting all the performance capture stuff. So that was sort of our process.
Gotcha. Steve Carell is amazing in this, and he captures Mark Hogenkamp perfectly. Talk to me about what Steve brought to that performance that you saw in him when you first initially started talking to him about this.
Yeah, well, Steve was my first and only choice because I knew I needed somebody who was a great comedic actor and then had really great dramatic acting chops. And Steve fit the bill perfectly because he's also got great empathy and he has that everyman quality. And so I knew that he could play the swagger and the comedy of the doll alter ego and then be able to really, tug at our heartstrings when it's time to play that, sort of damaged human character.
Yeah, so much of his performance is in his eyes, and you can just sympathize with almost everything that he's going through. Can you talk to me a little bit about the other casting of Marwen in general, the cast that we have in Marwen?
I've got a fantastic cast, and and they're just these great women. I got the women of Marwen, and I got Leslie Mann, and I got Janelle Monáe, and Merritt Weaver, and Gwendolyn Christie, and Asa Gonzalez, and Diane Kruger. I got such a gigantic cast of great women. They're fantastic in this movie.
Can you talk to me about the challenges that from Mark's real photos, about bringing those to life, and kind of like what attracted you to doing this project?
Yeah, well, what I loved about the story, I thought the story was a hopeful story, and I thought it was the triumph of the human spirit and the healing power of art. But what I thought was also something that only a movie could do, and a movie could do it in the most perfect way, was to be able to tell the story between Mark's photographs. Bring this kind of story that was going on in his mind's eye alive between the photos. And I thought that's something that you can only really do in a movie.